Good evening, all. Tonight I thought I'd do a car radio, just for something different for us microscrappers. I don't see too many of them done, and there's not a whole great deal in them, but let's have a look, see what's inside. Something else that I do, push that over here. This is the wire harness from it. Now, this harness is still in pretty good shape, so what I'll do is I will actually keep this, because I've had a few of these that, for whatever reason, the power wires back here pulled out, and then the radio obviously stopped working. There. So we will keep that. If you're wondering, no, I'm not worried about color coding because I know this off by heart. Now, these are usually pretty simple to get apart. This one's been out in the weather for a while, so it may be a little bit more fun than most, but let's see what happens. There's a couple screws back here. The only reason I'm going after this is there's a nice little circuit board in here. No, we're not going to get that one. That one's a little bit too rusted. So we'll do it in the fun way. There we go. And there is one circuit board. As we can tell by the rust, it's been outside for a while. So those actually look like they might be gold tabs. I wouldn't say for sure, but I'll just put this in the low grade boards after I pull the IC chip off. Which, this is how I do the IC chips. I got my trusty little screwdriver with the magnet on the back of it. We just go there and there. And we have an IC chip. And I got a little pile of them right here beside you. And the rest of that just goes into this. Oh well, might as well take that little bit of shred out of there. And then the rest of that will just go in the garbage. More garbage. Yeah, we have another bunch of screws. I guess we got two more screws that aren't coming out. Nope. Alright. That's okay, because we're not worried about putting it back together. Pretty cheaply made. It doesn't matter if it's Kenwood, Panasonic, or what have you. This one happens to be Panasonic. There we go. One board. Here's our antenna. Yeah, we've got a little IC chip in there. We'll pull that out as well. And then we have another control board. This one looks a little bit nicer, but still just a low grade, nothing too fancy. You always want to check these little ribbons, because even though this one isn't, you'll find these sometimes are gold in the weirdest places. And you can just trim that off and put it in your high grade or gold connectors if you're collecting for board store. Otherwise, I just put it in the copper pile. Or the coated wire pile, I should say. That's low grade board. Nope, got another screw. And we'll just go snip and another snip. And we got a few nice IC chips on that one. Nothing real spectacular, but we'll pop the IC chips off and we'll call her a day. Now, there's a couple little motors and stuff in here, but it's really not enough for me to bother with. So all we're really going to do is have a look, see what that CD is, and we call the rest of her tin. Ah. Looks like they were Cash fans. You suppose that's Cold Hard Cash or Johnny Cash? What do you think? That might even yet play. It's not terribly scratched up. So, anyway, the rest of this, I'm just going to let go for shred. I don't make enough money off of these little electric motors, and there's nothing else in here. Well, no. There's nothing else really in here that I'm going after. And then use my side cutters here. Oh, there we go. Oh, got that one. Back there. Couple more IC chips on the back of this board. That one was glued on there pretty good. Yeah. I'll take that over to the grinder. No sticky. I'll knock off this little MOSFET. These little MOSFETs here, that back, when you peel it off the plastic, is all clean number 2 copper. Got another one here. Then these here, well, these ones are easy to tell because they're rusted, but sometimes they're brass. You want to pick those out. I also saved the fuses. Gas station will charge you $5 or $6 for one of these fuses. Worth saving. Need my other pliers. I don't want to give the board guys the donut. Doesn't affect the value of the board, so I'll steal a little bit of copper out of it. This one doesn't have a whole lot on it, but it's more than I got and they don't. And we'll trim off the wires. And now we have one premium low-grade board. Another chip. All right, now we take our little radio antenna here. Years and years ago, this was a piece of solid steel, or ferrite probably, with a coil of copper around it. They've changed it a little bit over the years. Now we'll just get this little steel piece out of the way. There we go. Now, pull up that coil just because it's there. And one tiny little bit of copper. And a little shot of copper. Another little IC chip. And the rest of that's going to go in my low end pile. Now, we'll take the file here, give it a little scratch. I got a feeling it's going to be stainless. And that should be stainless steel. So I got two little pieces of stainless out of that. Silver. And there you have it. That is a car radio. Panasonic, Kenwood, Pioneer, really doesn't make a difference. They're all basically the same thing inside. They just got a little different picture on the front of them. You know, might make a few cents off them in a shred. You still make a few cents off them in a shred, but now you get an extra couple things out of it. These little IC chips, they do add up. It doesn't look like it. I got a bucket in there, a 5-gallon bucket in there, and when it's full, it makes a nice little chunk of change. Same thing with a stainless. Shred here goes for 16, 17 cents, maybe upwards around 20 cents when the price is good. Stainless is 60 cents. You know, yeah, okay, it's not much, but it adds up. Anyway, have a good night all, and we'll see you in the next video.